let's try to understand the important topic of objectives of a firm, which is the fourth lesson in managerial economics or business economics. This is your favorite educator in economics, Dr.S.Padmapriya speaking. So let's try to understand the main objectives of a firm. As we all know, a firm does have many objectives. The general important objectives are profit, growth, sales maximization, output maximization, and so on and so forth. So just let's get into the nitty-gritties and let's find out as to what are the objectives of a firm. As everyone is well aware of, usually the main objective of the firm of a firm is profit. But we know that the practical aspects of running a firm makes it difficult for only profit to be the main objective of the firm. So the objectives of a firm can include profit or PI. PI stands for profit max. You can have profit max or profit maximization as an objective. You can also have multiple objectives as an objective of the firm, right? Then you can have growth as an objective of a firm. Growth. You have sales. So you have growth maximization, sales maximization. Then you have satisfaction maximization, and so on and so forth. And then you also have security profits as an important objective of the firm. So let's just go through the important objectives. They include profit maximization, multiple objectives, growth max, sales maximization, satisfaction maximization, and security profits. Now let's just try to go through the objectives one by one. In the conventional theory of the firm, the main objective of a firm is profit maximization. And but we all know that in reality there are different objectives because of the different people who are involved in the running of a firm, including the group of managers and shareholders. So obviously there will be very different aspirations for different groups of owners or people who have interest in the firm. We have persons like Herbert Simon, who won the Nobel Prize in Economics, who said that the firm has a certain behavior which is like an individual behavior, where his aspiration is in keeping with the needs of the firm. So a firm tries to achieve a minimum or target level of profits. So according to Herbert Simon, the main objective of the firm is satisficing objective. If you see Herbert Simon, he gave the satisficing, not satisfaction, satisficing level of profits. So he used the term satisficing to express that the firm will not want to maximize profits but will want to have a satisfactory level of profits. And so he said that the principal objective of the firm is not maximizing profits but generating satisfactory or satisfying levels of profit. Now he gave the behavioral theory of the firm, and in addition to that he gave the decision making theory. There is another behavioral theory of organizational goals given by Sayert and March, who said that there is a systematic behavioral theory of the firm. In a modern large multi-product firm, ownership is separate from management. Here the firm is not considered as a single entity with only the goal of profit maximization, but the modern business group is a group of individuals who are engaged in decision-making process relating to the internal structure having multiple goals. So if you will just observe the kind of objectives that a firm has, it's quite varied. As I said earlier, we have Herbert Simon's satisficing objective, satisficing. Then you have Sayert and March who gave a certain model known as the behavioral theory of the firm. Then you have other models, including the very preeminent utility maximization model given by Williamson, where he said that it is the utility maximization which is considered as the main objective of the firm by Williamson. So he said that the manager's utility is different from the utility of the shareholder, because the shareholder is only interested in profits, whereas the manager is interested in getting more perks. So he said he gives utility maximization or managerial discretion theory. So he said that in large modern firms, shareholders and managers are two separate groups with different interests, and while shareholders want maximum return on their investment, managers want to have maximum profits. And therefore, the utility maximization model was given by Williamson, or it is also known as managerial discretion theory. Then you have growth objective given by Maris, who wrote the book The Economic Theory of Managerial Capitalism. Then you have the famous Baumel's sales max theory. So according to Baumel, it is the maximization of sales which becomes the main objective of the firm, and this was after he studied the oligopoly firms in America. So according to Baumel, with the separation of ownership and control in modern corporations, managers seek prestige and higher salaries, and whereas the profits are the main concern of the shareholders. Baumel cites evidence to suggest that short-term revenue maximization must be consistent with long-run profit maximization. Then we have the output maximization theory given by Milton Cafolges. Milton Cafolges gave the output max model, or the output maximization model. Then you have different other theories, and security profits as the objective of the firm as per Rothschild. So like that we find that different economists and different thinkers are given different objectives of a firm, and so there is a necessity to understand the varying objectives of the firm. Then of course we also have the last but not the least, Skitovsky. He gave a model known as satisfaction max. So you have Skitovsky's satisfaction model, you have Herbert Simon's satisficing model, you have utility max model or managerial discretion model by Williamson, you have growth model by Maris, you have Baumel's sales maximization model, you have Milton Cafolge's output max model, you have the Rothschild security profits model, and Skitovsky's satisfaction model of objectives of the firm. And like this we can go on. So with this we wind up this particular chapter on objectives of the firm. So it's important for students of managerial economics to have a clear understanding of the various objectives of the firm. Yes, and this is your favorite educator signing off. See you in another video, hopefully quite soon. Thank you.